In today's video, we're going to be building the final tower of the main ring, and that's going to be called Tower of Memory and Confusion. By main ring, I just mean like this obby slot, because the Citadel and Soul Crushing are going to be on different obby slots. So this is the tower, Tower of Memory and Confusion. And since that's the last tower renamed, I can delete this sign down here that said that most tower names are temporary. And I've already built the frame and a little bit of parkour to get an idea of what this is going to kind of be like. But there are two comments I'm taking ideas from for this video and for this tower. The first one, they said Tower of Memory and Confusion, a tower based on memory and moving platforms. I'm probably just going to use the memory part of this, maybe not really moving platforms. I mean, not that I won't use any moving platforms. And the other comment says, the idea I have for the final tower of Ring 3, make it a tower where nothing seems like it is. Like you have an 8-stud wrap, but the sides there are invisible platforms to walk on, making it a 0-stud wrap, or a 10-stud wrap, or basically an illusionist tower. Okay, so here's what I built so far. So you start here, and you don't really need to jump over those, because they only deal 5 damage. But anyway, it says a 12-stud wrap on a difficult tower. That can't be right. And that's referencing a Ring 1 tower called Tower of... Oh, I need to fix that shortcut. No, it's not Tower of, oh, I need to fix that shortcut. It's Tower of Mostly Outside Sections, where it says a 16-stud wrap on a challenging tower. How? Anyway, what you do is you walk along the side of here. That's kind of what they were describing in the comment. So we have an invisible part here, and then you jump across these, and then there's a sign that says, in this tower, inlet parts have something off about them. So here you can see the platforms. There's like a larger platform around here, and then here you like walk above here. And that's what I've built so far. So that kind of gets the confusion part of the name, but what about the memory part? Well, we can start with just like memory platforms. I think, so what these are is they're basically like beat blocks, but they're always can collide true. I think they were actually removed from the JTOH tower kit, but you can still make them just by using invisible parts. And the way I'm going to do neon is on the first 4 floors, so it's like the blue ones. It's going to be this color, and then it's going to be a more pinkish color on these 4 floors. Okay, well anyway, we're going to do a quick tightrope before we do the beat blocks. Okay, I added a few jumps, so there's these normal timed platforms that, like normal beat blocks. And I also said neon parts are just decoration, and they're always can collide false. We're also going to make this go up a little bit, mainly so that I can evenly have it like going up, I guess, so that you can't just jump to the platform from here. Although, let me build the platforms that go here first. So we gotta make sure these are all can collide false, which they are. Maybe there's still that weird glitch where sometimes if you like change the property, in certain circumstances, it just won't change it. Like it'll say it is, but then when you deselect it and reselect it, it's not. It's weird. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter that much if it's can collide false, because it's gonna be the can collide true thing over it, but I don't know. See, look, I set that to cast shadow false, but it's not cast shadow false. Please fix. So if we test these, you'll fall through them if they're like not there, but these ones you can stand on all the time. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm basically gonna do this, but instead of them like being in sync with everything, I guess they're all just gonna be pretty much random. Except before we do that, I'm just gonna build some parkour up to like this floor maybe. So I'm pretty much just gonna do scattered platforms around this floor until you get to maybe, I guess, here. I'm gonna put a safety net in between these 2 floors. So keep that in mind, I guess. It'll be like this. You're getting to this platform, and you'll jump to here. To make the process of placing all the memory platforms easier, I basically just put one, like, at the start, and then I just moved it around and then sort of randomized the size and time and things like that. Okay, that pretty much concludes this first half of the tower. So here's what this looks like finished. You'll also notice I added more decoration, aka neon, like a lot of neon. Anyway, the main path I guess you can take, it's kind of that, but I think the easier one is this way. Yeah, that's the easier one. That takes us to the second half of the tower. Alright, I've built a lot, pretty much most of the second half of the tower, but basically, to summarize the main points of these signs, because I don't feel like reading them at the moment, to see what these do, like, because it's more confusing now and a lot harder to figure out probably, you can stand on these red pressure plates and things, it'll be revealed. So there's 3 more instances of this at the moment. So there's this one where you realize there's that part there. You can still go on here, but this one's can't collide false. Also, there should be that link to there as well. Okay, so you can see that that's there, and so you jump on top of this so you can get to the next one. And this one doesn't actually activate anything yet, but this one also reveals that those are there. Here's perhaps the most memory-related thing in this tower. It's going to be you stand on these, and it'll reveal a path that isn't a straight line like it is down here. We can maybe go to 1.5 studs now. I don't have to worry about like it doing weird because it's like the stud texture, because I'm just using the default color and appearance thing. So now I need to link the pressure plate to all of these. Actually, let me do that so that this is 1.5. Now I select them all and make them invisible like that. But now I get to select them all again and make it be cast shadow false, because it just didn't for some reason. Okay, so when you do the section, I guess here would probably be the best angle to like look at this from, or maybe first person. Okay, so you can kind of see the path. You'd go like this direction maybe, I don't know. Okay, that's gonna need to be nerfed a little bit. You can also jump if you want to like skip a little bit of it, I guess, like the ending. Okay, so here's how the tower is gonna end. You're gonna go above here and there's gonna be an outside section, but it's gonna be over a safety net. Kind of, you'll see. To get to there, what I think would be really cool is if we have a memory moving platform thing to take you up here. So if I clone this and then use resize to like scale it on both the destination and start, then it's gonna be like one stud poles, kinda. It's gonna be like 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, you can see it will appear there for a second, well, half a second, and then you need to follow this so you can get high enough on one of the poles, and then you'll be able to jump here. Because just from the bottom, you can't make the jump. You've reached the final outside. There's a safety net that will teleport you back to this platform. However, if you are willing to replace it with one that sends you back to floor 5, the safety net, you can permanently reveal the path at the start of this section by pressing the red button. The edge of the obby slot is here, but this will be activated, so you'll hit the wall and then hit the teleporter if you jump in that direction. Anyway, it teleports you to here. Actually, I'm going to change that. It's going to instead teleport you right here, so it's less of a distance to walk, because you're going to have to keep like going over here to try and figure out the path. So now to get this button working, it's going to be infinite time. If I could type a 0. Now I need to select all of these, and it's going to be make objects visible, but then I need to put another button. This one will be invisible and can collide false. It's also going to be infinite time, make objects invisible. Then hold on, before I actually link that to anything, let me clone these teleporters and move them down a little bit. Then set the location of them to down here at the safety net. And now this is going to be linked to the teleporters to here. And because weird, I have to make these be 0.99 transparency. The teleporters here, so they're not just like already deactivated. Okay, so at the moment if you fall, you'll get teleported here, but once you press this, those activate, and then if you fall, you'll be sent here. I then went on to finish the outside section, and so now it's time to play the whole tower start to finish. Here's the idea if you want to come play this, or any of the other towers here. Tower of Memory and Confusion. All neon parts in this tower can collide false. A 12 stud wrap on a difficult tower? That can't be right. What you do is you walk across the edge of it like that. You can go on either side, by the way. In this tower, inlet parts have something off about them. For these ones, there's like more of a platform around it, and here you like walk above there. Okay, you have this tightrope now. I made it not neon because I made it so all neon is can collide false, so then that would mean this should be can collide false, even though it shouldn't. Universal timed parts are beat blocks. They're only can collide true while they're visible. Inlet parts are temporary why did I read that? Memory platforms. They're always can collide true. Neon parts are just for decoration. They're always can collide false. So these ones are going to need to jump like that, I guess. Make sure you're only on them while they're visible. But here you can just, as long as you know where to jump, then you're good. I forget what I did here. Oh yeah, this one was a spinning platform. But it doesn't look like it. That's like a jump scare teleporter thing. And then this one you climb up like that. Then you have all these inlet memory thingies where you try to get over here. And then, nice job reaching the halfway point. You have earned yourself a safety net. Inlet parts are going to start becoming even more confusing now. To reveal what the platform really is, you'll need to step on these red pressure plates. What's revealed is only there while you're on the pressure plate, though. You'll have to remember what you saw. So here you can see that there's a path between these 3 studs, like this. And now you need to go up here, and then you're going to press that, which activates a 12-second timer. Then you got to jump and press this 10-second timer. And then, before the timers run out, you got to make your way back up and get to here. Maybe I should do something about that. Like, I hit my head on the invisible platform that's right here. Yeah, okay, I made that a little bit better. Oh, and I added this on the front. It's the acronym for the tower, which would be Tower of Memory and Confusion, and then a question mark, because confusion. Okay, this one, you'll see it activates those, so this is can collide true, this first one, but the second one is completely can collide false. And then you go on this, like, one there to jump up here. And then this is a path thing you have to remember. You kind of just walk in a straight line here, but you need to be more careful right here. And like I said, you can sort of jump at the end, like right before you reach the next platform, to help a little bit. Okay, this will reveal those wedges are there, so that's how you jump on top of these. Then you need to go on this moving memory thing. You've reached the final outside. There's a safety net that will teleport you back to this platform. However, if you are willing to replace it with one that sends you back to floor 5, the safety net, you can permanently reveal the path at the start of this section by pressing the red button. So I guess I'll just do this to demonstrate the correct path. It's this. Although you can actually just hold forward right here. So that makes it a little bit easier. And you can see now that I've pressed that, if I fall, you get sent back here. But if you haven't pressed it, then you just get teleported to here. And then you're almost at the end. You have these beat blocks. You got that wrap around. And then here you want to jump to the inlet parts, because those ones are always... I don't know why you sometimes don't stick to them. I don't know why it does that. Then you walk across that platform and across the seats. And then when you jump here, your walk speed will get removed. Bye. There's a button you press that makes that, like, appear there. Except actually, it's like a troll ending thing. Okay, let's try that again, but with a better view. So around here, you press a button which will... It basically just deactivates a part that's, like, a little bit in front of the sign, preventing you from seeing the text. When you fall off, it teleports you to in front of the question mark on this high-speed conveyor here that's invisible, but it's kind of like true. And then the actual teleporter is a little bit in front of this. So the idea is that this is the wind pad, but it would be more reliable just to have an invisible one like this. That is Tower of Memory and Confusion complete. And that's all 6 towers of the main ring. Next week, we're going to start the Soul Crushing Tower, which is going to be Tower of Music Theory Mayhem. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to leave a like and consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day.